Welcome to my lounge. No, I'm not dead, although you might have thought so. I'm old, but I'm not dead, and I know I haven't uploaded a movie 2 months, 3 months, not sure, and I've really been meaning to do these. But let me tell you what I've been doing. I've been to France. I'm moving house. I'm storing up all the nuts for winter, the vaping winter that might come upon us with the Article 20, because it's coming into force in a few days' time. So I'll tell you about France first. We went to Provence. Now let me tell you, we don't go on holidays. We don't move really from our house. I'm sort of a recluse. I enjoy my own company. I love my home, and I like to stay here where I have a very comfortable life. But we dug ourselves out of our shells because a friend offered us their place in France, in Provence, and we took the plane and we went. That's quite courageous for two old people. And the trip there was a bit horrendous because it's driving on the left side of the road, and if my poor husband is going to have a heart attack, he would have had it on our first day in France. I went round, and all over Provence there are vape shops. And in Fayence I met Frank. So this is for you, Frank. I promised to mention you on my video, but in fact I've been so busy since we returned I haven't had time to make any. So Frank, come vape with me. Here is Frank's shop in Fayence, in Provence, in France. And we went in and had a chat with him, and we talked about Article 20 and the Tobacco Control Directive, and the providers there, the vape shops, are all waiting for the crash, really, for the dreadful regulations that are coming out soon. In England it's the 20th of this month, which is May 2016, and in France they too are waiting for these regulations to come out. Chatting with other shop owners, not just Frank in Fayence, in Provence, but other shop owners, small shop owners, they all feel that there's too much regulation, too much interference by the EU in their affairs, in our private lives. So as we toured, of course I'm a political person, we talked politics, and I find the French hate it as much as we do. So that was very interesting for me. Frank's shop had loads of lovely devices in, but I didn't buy anything, even though my favorite e-liquid was there from tea juice in France, and he had stacks on his shelves there. So I was surprised at that, but I had taken my own devices, which I packed nicely in bags so that security could see it, and I was quite prepared. In fact, I was frightened that I might get something taken away from me. So I took emergency stuff in case they didn't like my tanks. I took the old cartomizers with me, which I'd filled with my favorite e-liquid. So I had belts and braces, all sorts of safety things for me in case security didn't like my vaping equipment. But guess what? They weren't interested. I just walked through. They sort of took a cursory look, and I took quite a lot of stuff, and just pushed me through. So they're not interested. They weren't interested on the flights that we took, neither into France or out of France or out of England or into England. I even had a device in my pocket on the plane, and I was very tempted to do a bit of stealth. And then I thought, oops, I would make headlines if we were thrown off here, because some silly old bat had tried to stealth vape on the plane. But I'm sure it's very possible, especially if you've got a little device that you can cup in your hand. So we were there for quite a while, thoroughly enjoyed it, but it stopped me making videos, and I feel really bad that I haven't made this video for Frank, who has the e-cig shop in Fayence. My clock. So anything could happen in this video. The dog's just come in. If he starts barking at something outside, that could stop me in my tracks. The clock is chiming, and I know people like that. People have written to me to say that's just like my grandmother's clock. I love it. I love it too. So we went to France, and thank you, Frank. It was lovely meeting you in France. I wish you luck, and I hope that your parliament will look kindly on vaping when it passes any regulations that might somehow mitigate what is coming in on Article 20. Thanks for vaping with me.